Yeah, let's get started, and certainly let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Step one is called vehicular violence. There's two pieces to this one. The first one is to destroy a VTOL with a melee weapon. Keep in mind that this one is done so melee weapon. All you have to do is grapple and stuff on top. That's simple. VTOLs actually take good amount of damage from melee hits, so it's really not that hard. Just get on top of it, try not to fall off, and then you should be fine. The second one, kill 20 kill tech or human enemies with a vehicle turret. Basically, you want to fly around and find an LTV and one that has a turret on top. Just drive that around, find a group of enemies, switch seats until you're in the turret, and then that's it. The hard part is going to be that everyone's on the turret. There's not that many available, so pretty much good luck. I mean, this one's pretty simple. I would say if you've got an LDVR or any kind of a good grenade, impact, frag, cluster grenade. I actually did this with the VTOL. I threw a couple of clusters inside the VTOL and crashed and counted. Step two is called Gearhead. The first one here is kill 10 gears rapidly with the Molotov. Have to find one, so run around command centers, fuel checkpoints, and surprise shipments are probably the easiest ones where you'll find equipment. Keep doing it until you find a Molotov, and then go ahead and kill 10 gears rapidly. What you want to do is make sure you've got at least 10 in a group all together, and just throw all your Molotovs down on the ground. Again, if you have Tactician, you should have up to 5 Molotovs to throw down. If you're not using Tactician, you only have 2. It can still be done, but it's a lot easier with Tactician. Alright, the second one, kill 3 enemies rapidly.
Objective identified.
Piloted needle drone. Actually put out a short. I didn't even realize they're both pilot needle drones. And hold the grenade button, and when you hold the button, that pops up on screen, it gives you an option to switch to airflow mode. If you want to do that, then when you release the grenade button, it's going to fly, and then you can trigger the stand. Same thing, make sure you've got at least 3 enemies on a cluster. Go ahead, set a command goal, set your full drone, blow them up, and again, make sure that's consumed. The last one is very easy. Eliminate 20 enemies using equipment. By the time you're done getting the Molotov and the needle drone completed, you should have killed 20. If you're not, keep going some more with whatever equipment you've got. Knock that out.
There's a guild command center nearby. Clear it out and kill the
command. You want to kill 40 enemies with a rhino. This one, it actually just goes to forward glitch. And has that rhino glitch right there. Just grab it right under here. You want to objects, so Grave Maker scores 3. Basically, you just got to find Grave Maker. The easiest way to find the score streaks is to clear out a checkpoint and then get the gear drop that spawns there. Go find the gear drop crate, and that gives you 2 kill streaks. Hopefully, one of them is one of the surveillance drone. Surveillance drone. Spawn a bunch of enemies. Cause the item about 10 minutes. Kill those enemies, and then Grave Maker. Keep going to the Grave Maker, and then shoot. Five enemies rapidly. Just like we did with one in the previous step, you find the cluster of enemies, drag your RC car into the middle of them, blow them up. The hard part is finding the kill streak that. Alright, this is step 4, getting close. This one here, kill an enemy with a combat axe from more than 50 meters away. Not that hard. Again, the hardest part is finding a combat axe. Again, with Tactician, that'll give you 5 chances. You just walk around till you see a group of enemies. Fuel checkpoint is a good one because the enemies are standing still. So all you gotta do is just ping them. That'll show you the distance they are. So then away, then just throw your axe. With the cart, practice a little bit. Again, the Tactician got 5 shots. Alright, kill 5 special enemies with an exotic melee weapon. Take get a melee weapon upgraded at the exotic fabricator, or if you got lucky enough and found one, that. Again, just find special enemies in zone 3 or higher, and you're good to go. The special enemies are the raiders. There's usually one or two at resorts. Go for the prime targets, you can get kind of special enemies as well, but they're not quite fun. Alright, finally kill 10 enemies rapidly with a melee weapon. Very simple, just find a cluster of beaters, run up and melee. Alright, step 5, high octane. Now we've got zone 4 or higher. The first one is kill equipment. The infestor are those soft bugs that fly around and spit at you. If you can't find one in zone 4, you should get one at the exfil. Also, the nightmare zone, full strength or at this point, I still have the combat axe, so I just walk over and the actual infestor. Checkpoint by skill path, enemy grenade. All you gotta do is find an activity, kill checkpoint, quick takedown, good one. False into mystery cargo, false entry. So basically you just take whatever equipment you have, if you've got a launcher, just running it through the doorway, and you can shoot them too, you know, you don't have to use them. This is 10 total, I do 10 all at once, so keep doing them every time.
Yeah, this is Dave T-Ball.
Accessing talks. You're in.
Top or something. What I found is start shooting the weapon and then jump off the roof. Fire delay. Fire delay. Get shot off. But gather eventually.
You're confirmed.
Jump.
He won't be leading any more operations.
Shoot them all as you're in the air. Fine. So hands tied. These can be a little tricky. The first one is kill 20 enemies with ability. This one's actually pretty easy. I just grabbed this one and kill whoever was near me. The second one is get 20 kills from summon, dogs, guild bots, or fears. I'm not really sure how you summon dogs, guild bots, but for fears, I just brought that in. Now a couple times we got a bunch of kills. Again, so 4. The last one is one that's a little tricky. Activate an exfil and escape from that location without firing a weapon. I just got the gun and cross my fingers. Luckily, can't so it's actually not that bad. Again, it has to be zone 4, so make sure you got some defensive skills. Alright, step 7, peak performance. Destroy a VTOL before it deploys all of its passengers. This one's got one arrow. Side note, the arrows can be found in loot chests again, so that's good. Again, cluster grenades, impact grenades, stuff like that. Again, zone 4 or higher. Have a VTOL call in, load up before it drops off all the enemies. Grip takedown in 60 seconds. This is actually pretty easy. You start with grid takedowns at the same time. You don't even have to kill the enemies, you just start them and run away, and you're good to go. Last one is complete the guild checkpoint activity before reinforcements arrive. The hardest part is fighting all 9 enemies. There's one out of 10 or something, you just gotta run around and find them. Keep trying it, you'll get it done. Not that bad. Alright, Blood Rider. This one you have to do in the Nightmare Zones. You've got to bring Blood Burner as your ability. Kill 50 fears with the Blood Burner ability. Not that hard, so you'll get a lot of it done while you're trying the second one. Kill 10 enemies, any enemies with the Blood Burner while participating in the Guild Strike activity. So you need to be within that yellow circle inside the Nightmare Zone. Like the Oscar, that counts, or the actual Guild Strike. As long as you're fighting the boss, you're nearby, you run over whoever's in the area. I just ran over a ton of fears. I got them both done at the same time. Next up is Cannon Fire. Step 9, kill 2 enemies with the same shot from the hand cannon. All 3 of these use the hand cannon, so either find it in the ability chests or just back out, grab the hand cannon, reload out, and jump in. That's what I did. Again, this has to be done in the Nightmare Zone. I would kill the 3 elite enemies first, then get 5 long-range kills. The long range skills, I'm not exactly
Hostile
sure what
rhino
range
moving.
it needs to be, but I did test one at 38 meters and it counted. 38 meters isn't very far, so it's really not too bad. The other ones I just kind of shot across a pond over there at Oscar's house. But other than that, it was pretty easy to get those 5. Once you've done the 3 of these and the 5 long range, all you got to do is kill 2 enemies with the same shot. Just grab a horde of zombies and shoot them in the middle of them. Go ahead, at least 2.
Objective identified.
But you might even get that by accident while you're trying to kill the elites or get the long shot. So I would wait for that. But that's it. Once you do those, you are on to the final step. Find target glitch step. The first one is complete terminal vector activity. I actually wasn't sure how to do this, but it tells you right here. I didn't realize it at first, but it says target encryption key for Titans, dogs, or rhinos. So 4, I'm going to show you on screen what that looks like. I found it from a Titan HVT in the church in Zone 4. Basically, just keep killing Titans, dogs, and rhinos until they drop one. Pick up that key, and it will spawn the activity on the map. Mine was in the train station in Zone 3. I assume it's the same place every time, but just in case it's a different spot, just look for the highlighted indicator on the map. Go to that indicator, interact with the terminal, and basically you just have to defend the zone. It's not very hard. When you first start, you just let the robots coming at you, just go like over the field. The very final room is pretty quick. You have a bunch of dogs and rhinos. If you have help, that's great. So that's the deal there. Very last step now, once you've done that, is to
Accessing doors.
and
You're
this
in.
one is tunnel. So the lift factor spawns over by the lighthouse. I'll just check the video I failed the first time, unfortunately. I know how to kill it.
He down. You ended his career.
So basically, that's your steps to get. Let me know if you have any trouble with any of these steps. Big thing to pay attention to is required zone. Some of these are zone 3, some of them are zone 4, and some of these are zone, the nightmare zone. So if you're having trouble getting any of them complete, make sure you're in the right zone. That's the first thing I would check. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks, guys. Hey, everybody. I was trying to wood fracture, it took me 2 tries. This one is no joke. My first 2 tries, I got to the last stage, and first time to go to the tech going outside, it's a damage thing. So make sure you go in and check all my bins. You really don't want to cheap out on this one. At least until we get comfortable with it, if we find a change strategy, a special spot, something like that. I'll walk us through my winning run. Taker, on the first 2 runs, I was using Tactician, Eagle Eye, Bulldozer, and Tactician. I replaced Tactician, hoping for Berserker. I ended up getting Guardian. I figured I would try it, and that was enough to tip the scales in my favor. Daredevil is pretty useless with this wood fracture. Yeah, it might help you a little bit with the melee resistance, but
Vitals are spiking.
better off
You need to exfil now.
or Berserker in its place. You definitely need some kind of damage mitigation. There's a lot of stuff thrown at you that is tough to avoid. But as far as my loadout here, skill, I was using single SMG. As usual, that has sharpshooter and mortar rounds. That's pretty much the way I like to build that one. That's my general damage weapon. Good against bosses, against crowd control, all the links there. For the secondary, I just happened to find the DS Recon line. I put explosive launch capital on it. I don't even think I used it in a regular fracture, maybe a little bit here and there. So I'll pretty much handle the whole thing. if you could find a reboot, I think that would be very helpful. The fast reload, the area control, it really helps. When I'm pulling from so far, you got a little, again, get gunner, that would help as well. Aside from that, we look at my exotic skills. I had Echo Shell and Shattered Shield. I also had Phoenix Burst Images. I think honestly Shattered Shield is a little overkill. Might have been better off with something like either Graviton Reaction or maybe Celebration, some kind of an offensive skill that had a little more damage. But Echo Shell definitely comes in handy, as well as Phoenix Burst. Brush Vortex worked well in gathering up the enemies and making it easier to manage those, while you're trying to focus on the boss. So, visual abilities up here, Crash Cart, if you like Ballistic Shell, that's going to work well too. I liked having Crash Cart as an extra stealth provide. There's a few insta-kill mechanics that even the bubble won't help you from. So, that Grapple Hook could, get around the map and help out a little bit. You do need to get the elevation a couple times, so Grapple Hook can help there. If you want to use something else, absolutely. So yeah, that's about it. As far as, getting into the glitch tracker itself, it's paused right by the right. Once you zone in, the first section is really busy fighting a rhino boss. Be wary of this rhino. It will drop your blades. Cover. You can run behind cover. Periodically, you will go and the marksmen that are around and gather them, drop them in the center or going to break the immunity. Just keep cycling through that and get through it 3 or 4 times. It's not that hard, just be mindful that Rhino hits hard and it can kill you fast. That's not too difficult to get through. The second portion, you have to kind of dominate yourself, the frequent mechanic. Once you have the zone, you drop the shield to the central core. Do as much damage as you can. This one is not damage gated. What I mean by that is you do as much damage as you possibly can. It's more of a time game. Once you drop that shield, it's down for a set time. I want to say it was probably about 2 minutes. And if you can kill it all at once, great, good to go. If you get overwhelmed and you don't do any damage, well, you're starting fresh on the next one. But basically, each time the shield goes back up, you just got to capture the zone, then drop the shield, as much damage as possible. It typically took me about 2 or 3 zones to get it killed, but I have to
can't be putting the cat to take your place.
Possible. I should say one shot, but
What?
it is one zone. You drop the shield.
That's what's not important to you, boy.
There's a command center nearby leaking toxin. Find the source and shut it
I
down.
don't know exactly why.
You was last to the circle.
I feel like we'll do quite as much damage.
It's gotta be a source.
Once you finally get through that,
I've marked some field charging stations nearby. Cut the power and piss them off.
this one,
Connect your C-Link so I can open the station.
basically with this one,
You're near a guild checkpoint. Clear it and loosen the guild control in the area.
Highlighted in yellow and are activated to highlight in blue. Basically, just get behind them, put the incorrect button that goes line. It doesn't seem like they shoot the boss itself. They will shoot all the ads on the back. As far as managing the boss, you just got to keep plates up and put as much damage on it as you possibly can. He's got some various tactics.
Let him keep the checkpoint for now. We'll be back.
He does have an insta-kill mechanic, which doesn't seem to be tied to a jump. I couldn't really figure out when he triggered that. Need some help here! What the fuck? Where'd that come from? On! Luckily, you can shoot missiles out of the air, but they don't do a whole lot of damage.
Road to battle!
But I mean, he's aggressive, does a lot of damage, does a lot of ads, there's a lot going on. Steady damage, that's all I can tell you on this one. He'll eventually get him down.
Enemy grenade.
Done. congratulations. This is one song right there, one song Raven, and then Samuels. Must be probably from there. It's the most difficult of the four. If you want to have any questions, if you have any questions, the advanced let me know. I'm going to shoot it back. I'm not sure if it's going on. Thank you so much, guys. Hope you're enjoying this content. Subscribe. Moving in.
Accessing door locks.
You're in.
Look through that.
Bastard, quick!
Keep down. Commanders are much harder to replace.
Target moving up! Target moving up!
Look through that.
They're pushing on us! Moving in! No!
Cardi. This blade is crazy. It's almost like I'm invincible.
Got him! Hostile! Moving in! Pushing on us! Mother! Get them!
Are you like me for yourself? Are you for nobody? You don't need nobody to read me. Yeah, you are. But what I'm saying, I thought you said read together. Yeah, together, not like that, but you know what I'm talking about when I say together, meaning that one person and you reading while he's reading.
Your vitals are critical. Find an exit.
Objective identified.
After the end of the week. Goofy stuff. Ready to sleep.
I'm picking up something weird. Toxin levels high. This could get crazy. Guild's having car trouble. Let's help them lighten their load before it blows.
That's the only thing I missed.
Got a checkpoint nearby. Eliminate all enemies and weaken the Guild's foothold.
Wow.
Got an aerial drone near you. Guild's trying to find your location. Shoot it down. Exfil's on the way. Hang tight and keep the LZ clear. VTOL needs a clear LZ for exfil.
Bottoms of flight. 5 seconds.
VTOL can't land with whatever the hell's down there. Exfil's arrived.
The guild convoys rolling around Avalon like they own it. Remind them they don't.
VTOL's RTB.
God. Did you fix all that over there that you had made up? Did you fix it? Cause I didn't say just put stuff any old kind of way, cause you should have never took it up and put it over there in the first place like that. Don't start throwing stuff anywhere either. Kahari, I don't have the knife no more. I got a katana. I got an exotic katana blade now.